You know, there's a lot of talk about, hey, we got to get kids involved in radio, which I totally agree. And I think most people go about it wrong. The first thing they do is they try to tell kids, well, you know, you got to get your ham radio license and you got to do this and you got to do that. And we think that maybe kids aren't going to want to spend money and get into this like complex system, right? And they tell kids, go out and get one of these. And you get on GRMS and you get on ham radio. Some kids might be interested in this, and they go, you can talk to people far away on one of these things. Ooh, I can do that on WhatsApp and in high definition. I think, you know, you go look around like this video you just watched here that I just did a stitch with. You think those kids got some money tied up in a tank VR simulator? I think they do. So maybe let's show them like what you can do. For example, you know, you go, all right, well, put up a big tower like this. You know, like there was a lot of time and money tied up in this. And I think kids might actually be interested. So like putting up a satellite dish like this and, you know, decoding the open source satellite signals are just freely available to anybody out there. And, you know, taking the time, like when I look at all these people putting these VR simulators together, young people, I go, there really isn't that much different than doing this than building a VR simulator. Like putting this whole tower together and planning this all out by myself, doing the underground trench, putting this all together so that I can have the best possible radio signal there is out there. I think this would appeal to younger people. I don't think telling people to go out and get one of these or go crack open an HRO catalog and stick a radio on your desk, like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, give them something to build, give them something to do. There's no satisfaction in buying one of these. There's satisfaction in putting something together like this, like pulling down open source satellite signals from all over the world, or putting up a ham radio, or excuse me, that's a CB radio antenna, like that. I mean, I got a ham radio antenna too, but putting something up like this, I think might actually appeal to people. Then you tell kids, all right, now you get an SDR radio. They're probably already set up to stream on Twitch. Now you can start streaming your radio. They probably already are gamers. Well, you get all your buddies set up on a CB, and they can do all their in-game comms on the CB while they're playing a game, and they can stream it to TikTok or Twitch or to whatever platform they want. And they probably already have most of this equipment, because if they're streaming like I am, I have all this equipment. All my radio's tied into it, my streaming's tied into it. I think we go about appealing to younger people the wrong way. And it's like, yeah, just put a radio on your desk, stick an antenna on your roof. All right, well then what? Okay, well, why don't we try to appeal to people that are already like have some of this equipment and say, hey, why don't you build a system outside? Get some of your buddies on the radio. You can do your in-game comms right over the radio with all your friends. So, you know, let's try to appeal to people at a higher level. Telling people that, or like these radio networks that are connected to IP networks, we can already do that on Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp. Who cares that I can, you know, boop, 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 and I can link a bunch of repeaters together? They're already doing that. That doesn't impress them at all. Or just tell them to buy a radio and go, oh, you can talk to someone in China. So what? I could talk to someone in China right now if I wanted to. So let's look at what people are out there doing. What younger people are into. Drones. Like, yeah, you know, get a radio. Get your buddies to get some radios. You guys can have a talk-in on your way to the drone airfield. On the CB radio. Free, open source, no license needed. Pirate technology. Retro. You ever notice that now? What's old is new. People all of a sudden gobbling up old Nintendos and Ataris. CB radio, what, they had their heyday in the 70s. Still a relevant technology in my opinion, but why don't we try to like appeal to people, younger people, in a different way to get into the hobby and show them how they can use radio with the interests that they're already currently into. And they can build out a complex system like this, and just like a VR simulator. So what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments.